Today we're going to be finishing up a couple things. We might end up pushing this into the garage because it's kind of dreary out and it's been raining. First thing I need to do is take off the rims back and front, connect up the front brakes, bleed the brakes, connect up the rear e-brake. We ran our new cable so that I could have a fuel and trunk release instead of just using this. Chelsea ripped out the entire interior last night so that we could clean up everything. We also cut out the portion for this so that I could run that. Nice thing with it raining is we actually could tell where we have a couple leaks, so we're going to end up getting that sorted as well. And we're just going to kind of knock out everything that we can.
So in order to get the hub off of the knuckle here, we went and picked up a slide hammer. It's not ideal, but you put these connectors on and they'll clip around here, not very well. You kind of hold them on there and then slide it back and it'll remove it. We're going to do it on the passenger side now.
Can. God, this thing sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's the fucking worst.
Tyler and I really want to invest in one that has a 4 to do this, but eventually.
Because, you know, we're doing this all the time.
See how great it works? It is slightly pulled off.
See it. I feel like a robot learning how to use its fingers for the first time.
You almost got it. Will it pop out? One more
Nope.
time, baby.
One more time. No, you stay. This is just... Yeah, there it goes.
Alright, so now that we have this off, I'm going to take the knuckle assembly out, and there's a snap ring right here, and we'll just push this bearing out once we have the knuckle off.
There's also another way to do this, is with that snap ring, you could leave this assembly on, pull the snap ring off, and there's a piece that goes with this whole kit that will actually slide in behind the bearing. You can use the slide hammer and tap it right back out. But the way that we tap our bearings back in, it's easier for us to take this entire piece off. If you rent the little kit from AutoZone or whatnot, it'll come with these little pieces down here. And I have my new bearing that I'm going to be putting in, so I'm just double checking to make sure that I'm not going to score the edges when I go to pull this off. So this is what we're going to use. But first, I take my snap ring pliers, put them into this, mess that up. Try again.
Oh, it freaks me out.
Yeah, it was stuck in there a little bit. Okay, there it goes. Of course, the other side comes out just fine.
Yeah, this is stuck right here. You want to put some PB Blaster on it?
Yeah.
Well, that's brake or brake cleaner.
Close enough.
Hold on.
All right, here, come on my side real quick.
Oh, well.
Well, I was a little worried about it flinging
Cinematic
off.
shot.
I've already got grease in here for the bearing. I'm also going to take a little bit of extra grease, put it on the bearing. You don't need to add a whole lot, just enough to kind of lightly coat it. Just gonna kind of wiggle it until it eventually finds that one spot that it doesn't. There it goes. It sits in like that. I just like to take a 2x4, set it on here like this, and just kind of rotate it. Or you can do this. Now that that's in, you're going to take your old bearing, clean off the edges a little bit, as well as here, just to make sure that it's a nice clean surface. Set this onto it, and then because it's the old bearing, you really don't care about it. I hit in a T pattern just to make sure that all the edges are slowly going down. 1, 6, 12, 6, 3, 9, 12, 6, 3, 9, 12, 6, 3, 9. And it'll eventually start to make that noise to where it sounds like it's really solid. And that's when you're almost down there all the way at the bottom. Make sure it's in there. Then you're going to check your threading where your retaining pin goes. You can see we're almost there. I'm going to set that back in there, give it a couple more taps. There we go. Now you're going to take your lock washer, or whatever the hell it's called, I don't even know, retaining pin. And then you're going to take your pliers, compress it, and then have it go sending off like that. Press that in. There it goes. Now, what you're going to do is get your hub assembly ready. Now again, a little bit of grease. I like to coat this one pretty heavily, but again, you don't need a lot. Now when you go to press this in, the way that I'm doing it, it ends up pushing out the back a little bit, but we end up just pushing it right back in with another socket and kind of tapping it in. Then once that's tapped in, pull this guy out, make sure that everything behind it is nice and clean. And now, since that is tapped back down there, that is in, I'm just gonna take the seal. It's got like a little metal plate thing around it, and then the rubber is on the inside. But what I like to do is I'll just take this, I'll just kind of glide it on, and glide's probably not the best word to use, but just kind of shift it so it doesn't bend it. And I'll just tap it back and forth.
Give it a little tap.
Little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. And I'm just following the edges. There you go.
Was it shifted all? No?
Nope. That is perfection.